This ever happened to you? The game's looking dire, your Slaanesh forces are all dying, and you realize you have to go for the Lord Snipe with your Ballet of Blows. You have 62 melee attack at this moment, and then you get caught on spawn. You have to shoot them for a little bit, and then you shoot some more spawn, you do some stuff, and you have 74 melee attack at this point, and then you spin and you knock over the Herald a bunch and cut them around, and now you're at half health already. You're getting chunked up pretty bad. You're at 74 melee attack still. You miss the Herald again, and that's pretty embarrassing. Now you're at 89 melee attack, and you miss the Herald again, and that's pretty embarrassing. And then you throw down a Pit of Shades, but you're already at like 1/3 HP, and you miss the Herald again. That's kind of embarrassing. Pit of Shades is Pit of Shades stuff, and then you miss the Herald again, and that's pretty embarrassing. And then you try to path out after missing the Herald a million times, no matter how much melee attack you had, and you literally can't move because there's one spawn in your way, and you're just gonna stand around and die and lose the whole game. Did that ever happen to you? Does this ever happen to you? Because feels like that happens every fucking game I take a Slaanesh Keeper of Secrets. So why is that? Why is that a thing? Well, today we're gonna find out why. Oh boy. So Kairos dives headfirst with his 20 melee defense into a unit of Skull Crushers. They're gonna turn around and start to try and beat his ass. And they even get some help from some old friends, Fleshhounds of Khorne. Kairos is gonna force path his way out. He's taking very little damage as more Fleshhounds pile onto him. He's taking very little damage with his 20 melee defense and 50 armor. Takes very, very little damage. He continues to fight for a while, then he flies up and continues to kite. Great. I'm sure Slaanesh will do the exact same. Alright, test 2 time. Exalted Keeper of Secrets surrounded by Skull Crushers. With 60 melee defense, you would assume this goes pretty well for our Exalted Keeper friend. Doesn't look like it's actually going as well as it was going for Kairos. In fact, it looks like it's going really bad. And dead. Huh. And the Skull Crusher's got 2,900 value, which is a lot. Something's different there. So out of the 4 greater demons we start our truck with Nurgle, he has an entity size of 7,000 mass, he has 12,000 HP, and as he wanders into some chaos spawn, noting a few things, he has 50 melee defense, he has 50 armor, not a lot, but he does have a Mortis Engine effect that is constantly draining down the spawn. You can see that he is having a hard time pathing through them when he wants to. He can't really get anywhere. Even when he tries to get past just 1 or 2, he gets stuck. So he does get stuck a lot, like the Slaanesh Lord. So he doesn't have great mass to pass through anything. Even though he has 7,000 of it, he can't do much. But one thing he does have going for them is while he takes a ton of damage, he also is killing the spawn just by existing near them. And he hasn't been even fighting most of this time. He's been trying to walk through. So Big Daddy Nurgle also has problems getting stuck in spawn, but he can usually fight and heal his way out. Onto Khorne using Skarbrand because he is essentially a Bloodthirster, but he is on the ground and flying units are extra janky, so I just decided not to deal with it. Our friend Skarbrand has, stop being annoying, 6,000 mass. He has wings. He's a good boy. He'll try to walk in. He gets stuck, as I wanted him to. And now he's going to be fighting a little bit, but his animations are good enough to keep him moving through the spawn. He knocks them around, and he is able to path through them pretty easily. Now, when he actually just dedicates to walking, he struggles a little bit. He can get some stuff done, but he mostly gets stuck in place. Mostly. I mean, he's kind of waddling out, as you would expect a 6,000 mass unit to do. For reference, spawner 1,500 per model. So, Skarbrand does fine. Now on to our friend, the Keeper of Secrets. With only a mass of 4,000, this starts to make a little bit more sense why we saw them get so caught up. We'll charge in there. Their low armor really lends to their problem. 60 melee defense is fine, but they will get surrounded easily by Chaos Spawn. You can say they are absolutely getting worked down just so quickly. They can't move at all through a thicker clump. I try pathing through a thicker clump first, and then I think I'm going to come this way. That is easier territory, I believe. But just showing that they're making absolutely no progress with their mass, and having issues. Now we try to go through the thinner clump, and again, no progress whatsoever. It is permanently stuck in these Chaos Spawn, and it is going to straight up die in less than, I'd say, 45 seconds of actual combat. So that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. You might notice that so far we haven't covered one Chaos God, and we've been going in a very certain order, so I wonder if you can guess who's up next. Last but not least is Tzeentch, and if you've ever played online battle, not versus AI, if you've ever played an online battle versus someone using Kairos Fate Weaver and Exalted Lord or Change of Metal, or of Tzeentch, you will know they're impossible to lock down. Even if they land on the ground, you surround them with Blood Crushers, Skull Crushers, Cavalry, Spawn, it doesn't matter, they'll path their way out. Well, that would be because they have the highest mass out of all of the 4 Chaos Gods. I think it's somewhere near 13,000. It's a degree of 10 higher than the others. So he lands, he gets stuttered a bit, but when he actually starts walking, he just paths through them pretty easily. He also doesn't get attacked nearly as much as others. I think his model is kind of fucked up, so his wings push them back but aren't targets for attack. But he can easily come and go. He didn't even break his shield in that combat time, and he can walk away. So after our little test, and you saw that his 13,000 masses carried him through. Wait, 3,500. But that's the lowest mass of the 4 gods, and he by far had the least problems getting out of them. Are you saying that mass is a joke? That mass is a lie? That nothing matters? And Tzeentch is bullshit, and you can't lock him down no matter how hard you try or how good you play? Well, you said it, not me. Roar!
Subscribe, yes, yes.